Welcome back. This is Joe Cox with Life Made Simple, getting you through this narcissistic world. There are two things, very basic, that we're given at birth. What are they? Well, let's first talk about when we first come into this world, we're excited. We're full of energy. You were born the perfect you. Your job is to your job is to become the best you. We're not We come into this world prepared with the basics that we need. And what are those two things that we're given at birth that really we depend on, that a narcissist will destroy? The first is your imagination. Your imagination is what you create in your mind. The second one is the creation. Imagination and creation work together. So the first one is imagination. The second one is creativity. The first one is imagination. The second one is creativity. Those two work hand in hand. You can create any life you want as long as you continue to have your imagination. How is it that we vision somewhere we want to be in life? As kids, we might dream of being a pilot or an astronaut, president, being a police officer, all these different things that we do as kids. That all comes from our imagination. And then we use that imagination to implement our creativity. We imagined as kids that we were going to build a go-kart. We saw that on like the Little Rascals show and things like that growing up, some of these kid shows. So me and a friend of mine, we got together, 2x4s, got a couple old wheels, or 4 of them, I guess, off of a wagon, I believe, and we put this go-kart together. We had to push it. It had no engine or anything. But that's how we use our creativity to then have a vision of what it was supposed to look like when we were done. Our creativity is somewhat of our implementation through our imagination. That's what we talk about when we have a vision of ourselves. What is a vision board, for instance? Why do we even have a vision board? That's part of our imagination. What does our imagination and creativity work together with? Okay, it works with our intuition. This is living from the heart. This is where we apply. Think about this. We have creativity and imagination. Let's talk the difference between a job, a career, and living from the heart. All three of those are different. The average person that works on something that's repetitive, assembly line, that's a job, right? You get paid for money in exchange for your time. That is the very first stage. Second, the second one is a career or a skill. For instance, now you've got somebody that works with their hands at the basic level, but they've got them working with their minds. Let's back up. There's 3 levels to live life. First is working with your hands, getting a job, trading your labor for money. That is your very basic, and most people start out that, whether it's working in a restaurant, going in some type of assembly line, picking up heavy things at a construction site, where you really don't have to think or have creativity. You just do the job with your hands. Then the second level is craftsman or career level. This is now where you now have to use your mind. You see where I'm going with this? So the first level is working with your hands. That's your body. The second level is your mind. These are the career. This is where you have to have a skill. You have to calculate, engineers, that sort of thing. And then the top level is when you really live from your heart. Living from your heart is where your imagination, your creativity, mind, body, and spirit. Living from your heart is living from your spirit. You're living for your infinite self. You're building yourself through your creativity and your imagination. I was thinking about that one day and realized that everything in life goes back to a balance of mind, body, and spirit. And when I started thinking about this at career levels, it happens there as well. So when we focus on trying to live our life from the heart, the mind and the body fall into place. You can't live by the heart and not have the mind and body involved. However, you can live from the mind and body and not have the heart involved. Think about that for a minute. These are the deep understand. This is to help you understand it at a deeper level of everything you do in life is related to, are you living by the body? Are you living by the mind? You're living by the heart. You live by the mind, you're also living by the body. Live by the heart, you're automatically living by the mind and the body. If you're living just for the body, for your flesh, the mind and the heart is not even involved. You see how that works? Everything in our life works that way. Once you get the balance of mind, body, and spirit, you have all three, that's when you become whole. That's when you have your wholeness. You can't be whole living just from the body and just from the mind. We have to have our spirit involved. We have to be living from our heart, our infinite self. The hope is to help you understand that you understand how everything goes back to that balance of mind, body, and spirit. That's why I wrote a book, and it goes into the details of life made simple. Secrets to wealth and happiness hidden in plain sight. It's got a guarantee. It'll change your life, or I'll buy the book back. That's how serious I am about this. A lot of people tell you to do things. You should do this and do that, but nobody puts a guarantee behind it. Nobody puts their money where their mouth is. I do. And that's what I believe makes this whole channel different. I'm not just telling you how a narcissist behaves and why you're the way you are. What I teach in this channel is the feelings and emotions behind it, how I dealt with them from my past. I had to grow up dealing with all this BS and how I healed from it. This channel will lead you into greatness, and this book will lead you into greatness. We're going to be going through this whole book this next year. However, if you want to get all the information now, you can go to Amazon and order it. You got 90 days to read it and send it back if you don't feel like, hey, Joe, this didn't work for me. So far, we've got straight 5-star reviews because it is changing lives. And that's what I'm here. This is why I started this channel, is to change lives. If you're broke and you're struggling, it's because you don't have the mind, body, and spirit balance. Those three equal wholeness. Once you have wholeness, the richness, the money, all that will come to you. It's built, we're built this way. We all go chasing for all the money first, and we feel broken in the end. We don't feel complete. We don't feel satisfied. If you're living from just the body and the mind, the body is just the flesh. It is what craves. It's at the animal instincts. The ego is the mind operating from servicing of the body. If you're operating just from the mind, you're operating from the ego to satisfy the body. It's all temporary. Just operating from the mind and body is everything in life is temporary. This is typically where you operate that somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. When you operate from the heart, you create win-win situations where everybody wins. And everything you build in life, you're building by living through the heart. So you're living for your infinite self. You're living not for the temporary ego, but for your wholeness, to become whole. So the day you take your last breath, you're ready, you're prepared, you live life to the fullest, you have satisfaction in life, and you've lived a complete, harmonious life. Those are the lives worth living. Happiness keeps eluding you. It's because you're chasing happiness. You're looking for happiness. You're expecting happiness to evolve somehow without you seeking wholeness. You must seek wholeness in order to get and to gain that happiness that you're seeking. Happiness is a result of a life well lived. Let me say it again. Happiness is the result of a life well lived. You go chasing happiness, you'll never find it. But if you lived a whole life, a complete life, a fulfilled life, happiness will follow you wherever you go. It took me 60 years to figure out, because not one person in my area around in my environment growing up in poverty and dysfunction could ever tell me that. I had no idea what my purpose was. But once I understood my purpose is to become the best me I could possibly become, then the meaning started defining itself. Much of my life I struggled with my abusive parents. But now I'm happily married. I'm thriving in life, mind, body, and spirit, and I want you to have the same. The goal is to change lives on this channel. And the more positive feedback I get and the more success stories I hear, it motivates me even more to do these videos. I do these because I love you guys. I want you to live an amazing life. When you live an amazing life, it benefits all of us through collective consciousness. We're going to go into so many different aspects of life where you have clarity. If you're going through life confused, there's a reason. And I'm going to show you clarity. I'm going to show you how to get clarity in everything you do so you can always make the most beneficial decision for yourself. Please like and subscribe if you feel like this channel is going to help you out. From my heart to yours, I wish you nothing but blessings. Bye-bye.